Another absolute some people might have, you don't bet on Daniel Jones and the New York Football Giants. Fortunately, that's not one of our absolutes because we have the Vikings at the Giants. The Giants, 1.5 point home underdogs. This is where we start to ask people to do unpopular things.
Yeah, probably gonna be a contest play, people.
Yes.
This
You were
is
so excited about it, I couldn't even get the words out of my mouth.
it's gross. Like I think the only grosser bet on the board might be the Patriots, like taking their points against Cincy, which we might also do.
Is this going
This
to be an exec decision, a foxhole, as Simon says right now?
I got Simon Says in mind, but I'm worried you might steal it. So we can come back to it if I have to. But
All right.
yeah, this my view of this game is simple. Like we think the Giants are severely undervalued. This is a team that last year with Tommy DeVito got 6 wins. Like Brian Dable, just the hate's gone too far for this man and this team. Like of all the teams Daniel Jones has had, this to me is the best team he's had. Right? He's got a legit weapon on the outside. Which Neighbors, if we're talking about prop bets, you can get him over 55 receiving yards in prop bets. That's amazing. His over receptions right now is 5.5. I think it's plus 130. So this is a guy that in just their preseason game, he played 1/2. He had 4 catches for 50 yards. Like I feel like they're going to be force feeding him, especially against a terrible secondary like Minnesota has. So there's a lot to love there. And then the biggest one that Chad knows is we're fading Sam Darnold as a row favorite. Like Chad might hit you with these stats again, but historically, we make good money here betting against Sam Darnold as a road favorite. We always have, we always will, and nothing changes here. Like at one point, this guy and this team will be severely undervalued, and that's when we'll come back on the other side. Right now, they're a darling to a lot of people. Like if I open up the Action app, the money, the bets, all of it right now is on Minnesota on the road. Yep. So yeah, love the Giants here in this spot, Chad. It's definitely a pick where you got to hold your nose and take it.
This feels like a foxhole. Like the money is on them. The public is on them. This line, by the way, Evan Abrams, our director of research, brilliant director of research, who's a regular part of the show. He notes in the chat that this line was at 1.5 by the Giants for 1.5 point favorites in May. This line actually recently got down to pick just about. I think it was Vikings -0.5. It's gone back up to Vikings -1.5. I think there's a couple things going on. I think number one, I think that people have a little bit of anti-bias against the Giants because of what they saw with that team in Hard Knocks during the offseason and that played heading into the preseason. I think they just don't like the Giants right now. I also think, we have talked about the Vikings. I have made the Vikings my bet for worst record in the NFL this year, 15-1. I think after they play the Giants, they could go on a streak where they don't win another game until 2 months into the year. As an underdog in weeks 1 and 2, dogs of 1 to 6.5 points covers 61% since 2016. That is profitable against the spread every single year the last 8 years. I think we're in the foxhole.
A Tuesday foxhole? Let's do it.
Foxhole. We're in the foxhole.